Good evening, I'm Hugh Downs, and this is 2020.
On the ABC News Magazine, 2020.
Tonight, shyness. It's a handicap.
I'm so shy that I miss out on asking girls out.
What does it mean to be shy?
Well, you don't want to talk.
It can hold you back at school, in your job, in your social life. Now, through new research, the things you do that keep people away can be changed. John Stossel with what you can do to overcome the pain of shyness.
Up front tonight, shyness. Now, probably all of us feel shy under certain circumstances, but for really shy people, and there are a lot of them, it can be an agonizing affliction, something that can hold them back in life. John Stossel has pulled together a lot of new information and new research about shyness that can help you if you are a shy person. I was surprised to find out, John, how widespread shyness is in this country.
I wasn't, because I think I'm shy, but the surveys show that 2 out of 5 Americans think they're shy.
I think I have to put myself in that group because in certain situations I react like a shy person. Do they have any idea what the cause of this is?
Not exactly. They define shyness as an excessive fear of being rejected by other people. They think some people may inherit it, other people just get it from a bad childhood experience. Say if in school you spoke up and people laughed at you and said you were stupid or ugly, you'd be less likely to try it again. But regardless of the cause, the treatments, they say, are the same.
This is a situation that would make most of us nervous, entering a room full of strangers. Steve Himes is a student at Penn State University. This cocktail party he's attending is not an ordinary party. It's a party for people who are so shy they've enrolled in a class to learn how not to be shy. Tonight's assignment, each shy student must talk to 2 strangers. One professor.
Hello.
Hi, Steve.
Excuse me, Dr. Bloom?
Yes.
I'm Steve Himes from, I'm one of the students in the D option.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
And one fellow student.
Hi.
I'm Steve.
Oh, hello, I'm Heather.
I think I remember seeing you around.
After the party, the students in the different shyness classes discuss how they did.
It's harder for me to go up to a girl and start talking or start a conversation than it is with a guy. Now it's not so bad.
I paid particular attention to talking slower and, to pay attention to what people had to say and keeping my hands relatively calm.
You seem to be doing well now.
I'm controlling myself very well.
The current interest in shyness and what to do about it began when this man, Stanford professor Philip Zimbardo, wrote a book called Shyness. The book sold 250,000 copies and inspired other psychologists to set up shyness treatment programs across the country.
A shy person is somebody who ultimately isolates him or herself from other people, becomes lonely because they want to be with other people. That is, they don't have intimate relations, they don't have close friends. In many cases, don't date, don't marry, and want to do it desperately.
Beside a restricted life, there's tremendous personal pain. It's clear that people who are really shy really suffer from it.
I think I'm so shy that I miss out on asking girls out.
I'm missing out on the spontaneity and just the fun of life.
I feel like I have been locked in prison for years with shyness.
Dr. Zimbardo showed us some of the perhaps unconscious things that shy people do that help keep them lonely. This is an outdoor cafeteria at Stanford.
If we look down and notice the student here in the brown sweater, what he's done is he's set up a kind of body buffer zone. He's put his book bag on one chair, he's moved the other 2 chairs away from him, spread his newspaper out. People coming to eat here would not sit at his table with him. Different people give off cues to invite other people or to keep other people at arm's length.
Shy people also stand farther away from other people.
Why don't you stand back there? And I'd like you to begin to walk toward me and stop at the point at which you first feel uncomfortable. So why don't you come forward? Right here. Okay? That's the point at which you're beginning to feel uncomfortable. Well, most people will stand about 18 inches away when talking, when approaching someone else. Shy people tend to stay at least 36 inches away. So on the basis of this test, this would qualify you as a shy person.
That's fair. I'm shy. What other signs are there?
Not making eye contact, not smiling, not touching, not getting close to people that you know or care about, having a closed position rather than open, inviting one. Simply making it difficult for people to get to you, to get involved with you.
And these habits start young. Even 4- and 5-year-olds know what shyness is about. Dr. Zimbardo and I showed this group 2 different colored puppets and told them one is shy and one is not.
Which puppet is sad? The shy one or the not shy one?
The shy one.
The shy one?
The shy one.
Why is the shy puppet sad?
If somebody doesn't play with him or somebody doesn't like him.
What does it mean to be shy?
Well, you don't want to talk.
Recent research here at Stanford University and elsewhere has concluded that if you're shy, you're hurt in ways that you might not have considered. Because it seems that when other people look at the shyness, they conclude not just that you're shy, but that you're not as good looking, that you're less talented, and that you're not as smart. Those studies were done by asking people like these graduate students to observe people on videotape. The tapes showed students interacting in classrooms, people working at their jobs, and people socializing at cocktail parties. The observers were then told to grade those people on a detailed questionnaire. Some of the people they graded less capable, less intelligent, and less good-looking. And sure enough, the people who did poorly turned out to be people who earlier had described themselves as shy. These perceptions are real handicaps to shy people. Socially, it means they're less likely to be asked out on dates. On the job, it means they're less likely to be promoted or even hired in the first place. As a result, the shy person feels worse about himself and he's likely to become more shy. What can you do about it? The experts say the best treatment is simple retraining, reteaching people how to be with people. And the earlier they're taught, the better. Dr. Zimbardo studied children's behavior at a nursery school and concluded that children, like adults, express shyness by their body language. Over time, it's clearly observable. This little boy, for example, is very comfortable playing with other children and with animals, even with us. On the other hand, this little girl is very different.
Now she's sitting near the group, but not part of it. She's not sharing in the excitement of being a group member, of belonging. She then gets up and goes close, see? She's right looking in at the group, about to be part of it, but can't make the next step, to ask a question, to sit down, to touch somebody, wanders around the group, and then breaks off from it. So there she was, almost in the group, but now is again alone.
Why not just let the child be shy? Maybe the child wants to be shy.
Okay, well, our research shows that the vast majority of children don't like being shy. They see it as something imposed on them, as a kind of straitjacket, a restrictive thing that inhibits them from doing what they want to do.
Erica Poole is another student at that nursery school. When she started, she often refused to go to school and then cried when her mother left her there. Then Mrs. Poole read Dr. Zimbardo's book, The Shy Child, which suggested role-playing.
Please, Mommy.
What she did is a perfect example of how to retrain a shy child. Mrs. Poole played Erica, Erica played the teacher.
When will my mommy come back?
At story time.
She will? And what will I do between now and story time when I miss her so much?
Well, then you'll play.
Playing the teacher and giving comfort is supposed to make Erica feel stronger.
And this worked?
It worked miraculously. It's within less than a week. She was happy to go to school.
Of course, adults need different types of therapy. 23-year-old Peter Danielski is terribly shy, though it's interesting that his brothers and sisters are not shy at all. Peter is paralyzed when he has to talk to strangers, and he's especially terrified about meeting women. His shyness made him so unhappy that he eventually went to a psychotherapist. Psychologist Carlo Piccioni devised the treatment program he calls desensitization.
So keep your eyes closed, picture the scene in your mind's eye.
Because Peter is terrified, Piccioni first gives him relaxation exercises.
I'd really like you to touch your thumb to your forefinger, which is the cue for you to get even more relaxed.
And take slow.
Today's assignment is for Peter to speak to a stranger. First, Piccioni talks him through it.
Picture the scene in your mind's eye. You're walking up to the cosmetics section, finding a salesperson. You're going to say hello, ask for something, ask for some assistance, and then give her a compliment. Remaining comfortable, remaining relaxed. And when you're ready, you can go on in and do it.
Peter is supposed to make personal conversation with the saleswoman in Macy's. After some hesitation, he does it.
Can you help me find a perfume or something? I'm looking for some.
At a distance, over by the shirts, Piccioni watched, as did our camera.
What does this stuff smell like? Try it. That's probably a lot, huh?
No, that's okay.
Part of his instruction is smile and pay her a compliment. That'll make her feel good. If she feels good, she'll be friendlier to you.
Well, I like those earrings you got. Where do you?
I got those in from Temple.
Peter's next task, talk to a customer. He hadn't met me yet, so I posed as the customer.
I was wondering if you could tell me how to get to Gaylord's.
To where?
Gaylord's? You ever heard of it?
Gaylord's. No, I don't know where that is.
No, not from around here.
No,
I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
From New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks a lot anyway, man.
Okay. Hope you find out.
All right.
Oh, by the way, actually, I know what you're doing. I'm with the 2020 crew.
Why did they send me?
His reaction when I told him who I was is a typical reaction of a shy person.
Yeah, well, I just
He'd succeeded. He'd talked to a stranger. But Peter thought he'd done something wrong. Listen to him.
I lost track of everything like I'm doing right now.
Finally, the hardest assignment of all, approach a woman customer in this supermarket and don't just ask a question. This time, introduce yourself.
Are you from around here?
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause you look really familiar to me. What's your name?
Sue.
My name's Pete, I guess.
Again, the assignment is smile and look her in the eye.
Face doesn't look familiar.
Oh, give it a shot.
Those don't look that great, though.
These don't look that good.
Once again, I think he did terrifically, but Peter feels he's failed.
Well, thanks a lot for the help.
Sure.
Well, we didn't get very far.
Listen to this groan. Still, these experiences are supposed to make it easier next time.
Has this course helped?
Yeah, I think so. I have more confidence in myself, which I didn't have a whole lot of. And gets me out to do things I probably wouldn't normally do on my own.
Peter is one of several people Dr. Piccioni treats for shyness. His other patients, he says, are much more shy.
Your other patients just cannot even go to a clerk and ask a question.
Right.
What do they do? Just stay home and do nothing?
Quite a bit of the time, and feel uncomfortable when they're staying home. Because that's the circle of shyness.
It's isolating yourself and then saying that nobody wants me, and that's why I'm isolated. And nobody is noticing you because you've made yourself inconspicuous. And that's the worst thing about shyness. They don't know you're there. And you're sitting there crying in your beer, and nobody is going to notice you because you've arranged it that way.
Another way to break the circle is to join a shyness therapy group. This group meets weekly. They practice conversation by talking about their shyness within the safety of the group.
You look like you're a very quiet person, and one of the first things that I thought was, gee, you seem really nice for a nurse.
I thought, you know, what's that guy doing here? He's not shy.
The psychologist who runs the group also gives homework assignments. For example, she told writer Carolyn Kennedy to make a phone call to a magazine that she wants to sell a column to.
Oh, hi. My name is Carolyn Kennedy. I'm a writer of humor. I've written a column about Mother's Day, and I was wondering if you'd be interested in considering it.
She'd been avoiding making this call for a year.
That sounds great. All right, well, thank you very much. Bye-bye. It's so goddamn easy.
Assignment number 2, report to the group.
I just felt it's kind of a revelation that I could do it, and why don't I do it all the time? You know.
Her next assignment?
I went to a coffee shop, And my instructions were to sit at a chair, and the first stranger who would sit next to me, I was to strike up a conversation with them.
I arranged it so I was the first stranger to sit there.
Have 1 egg over easy with crisp bacon.
And after a few minutes, she plunged in.
What happened to the first section of the Wall Street Journal? Did you lose it somewhere?
Yeah, I had to share it with somebody.
Oh.
This is the best part anyway, I always think.
Are you here on business or vacation?
Actually, I'm with ABC News.
Oh,
They're
are you?
using me to
I
test
see.
you on
Oh,
your
okay.
shyness exercise. You're doing very well.
Okay, it was tough.
You didn't hesitate. You plunged
I
right
know, but I
ahead.
have to. You see, this is an assignment. They're making me.
You've been in this group now 2 years. Are you different from the way you were before?
Well, 2 years ago, I couldn't even say that word shy. Now I'm talking about it. I mean, that has got to mean I accept myself a lot more. I do feel that I have some value in the world now, and that's a great feeling. I think 2 years ago, I couldn't have thought one thing that I was doing was valuable.
Carolyn's last assignment, make a speech on what life would be like if she were not shy.
If I were not shy, I would be out of the prison that I have been living in. I would feel free to make contact with people. I would feel free to move my body. This is something new to move my body. I would be able to pick and choose more what I could do with my life. I think I'm close. I think I really am. Today I saw the possibilities. I said, why have I felt this bad all these years? I couldn't see any reason for it.
I can't either. And now, for those of you who are shy, the basic advice from the psychologists: when you talk to people, look them right in the eye and try to smile more. Also, volunteer a little bit more information than you normally do. The idea is that if we force ourselves to do these things, people in turn will be nicer to us, we'll feel more confident. That breaks the cycle.
It just occurred to me, both of us have said that we're shy. Who's going to believe us? Here we are on television.
That's true. Talking to 20 million people. It depends on the situation, I think.
You know, it does. It doesn't bother me to be on television, but if I'm flying an airplane into an airport I haven't landed at before, I'm very, very nervous about talking to the tower for fear I'll say something dumb or naive and they'll snicker.
Fear of a reaction. I'm okay here because I've done research. I feel I have information that people want, but take me to a cocktail party and I'm a basket case.
Well, good luck on that. It's fascinating, John. Thank you.
This has been the ABC News Magazine 2020.